Hey everybody, it's Danny, the Wicked Awesome Gardener, coming at you from the Wicked Awesome Garden. And I don't have my tripod out here because I just kind of got out of the car, but I figured I would give you a quick garden tour since I didn't get to shoot one yesterday. I have a little bit of a break between work and my softball game this afternoon, so I just gave this garden a good drink. Let's go look around. Subscribe so that before we get going, go ahead and click that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, give me a comment at the end so that I know you're watching, because I love talking to all you guys, and let's get going with the tour. So we had a mishap with the garlic. You may have heard me mention it in another video that squirrels came and dug up most of the beds and destroyed a lot of my garlic. I only have, I think, 6 garlic left. There's the onions, a little slow to take off, but they are putting on new leaves and they should be sprouting up really quickly. We got some radishes, a bunch of carrots that I need to thin. The kale seems to be coming back from its bunny attack. A lot of what was nibbled off has put on new leaves. So this is the blue Scotch curled kale, and then this is the winter boar kale. And I gotta hand it to Serena over at You Can't Eat the Grass. This winter boar kale, or winter-born kale, I can't remember, is amazing. I did sow it densely just for baby greens now, but I am going to sow a whole bunch more as I pull out some of this, these other things. Maybe I will put them where the garlic was. And let them space them about 10 inches apart and let them grow to full size so that I have some larger kale. It's really time to harvest the spinach. It's mid-May and we're starting to get in the 70s, so pretty soon these beautiful baby greens will start to bolt. I may get some shade cloth to throw over them, but so far they're looking pretty good. The orach kind of grew in sparse, and I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. I mean, I got it to be a sort of spinach replacement in the warm weather, but I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's nice, but it doesn't quite grow the way I wanted it to. So I think what I'll do if I get this again is I will not put it in rows here for like cut and come again. I'll grow it kind of differently and spread them out a little bit. But look at this lettuce. Now this is what I was going for. This is gorgeous. I haven't started to harvest off of this yet, but oh my goodness, this ruby red leaf lettuce. It is beautiful. This, I forget which lettuce this was over here. But the ruby red leaf lettuce, the tango leaf, the bronze mignonette, the romaine never came in because it was some old seed, but I threw in a couple of weeks ago some black-seeded Simpson lettuce, and that's coming up nicely, so that should all fill in. But I am going to be eating salads galore with this lettuce and baby spinach and baby kale and the orach and all of that. It's going to be great. The Swiss chard is taking its time. So I don't think I'm going to grow it like I did the lettuce next time either. I think I'm just going to do all the lettuces just like that, and then I'll spread these out a little bit more. Even the spinach was a little bit too close. The beans are coming up. These are all the pole beans. I'll probably thin those a little bit, but who knows? Maybe I'll just leave them and see how they do. But tons and tons and tons of beans. The bush beans have been coming up like crazy, but I have had some issues with bunnies coming in and nibbling off the tops of some of my bean plants. But I've got plenty more that have survived, so it's fine. Maybe I'll throw in a couple more plants there just to fill in, but I think it'll be all right. I gotta do some weeding in there. Oh man. I was very excited to find this yesterday. The lieutenant broccoli and the sprouting broccolis all are forming heads. Brussels sprouts are really starting to take off. They're looking really good. The peas are coming in fast and furious. Some of them are starting to lean a little bit, the little gap between the trellises. I'm gonna have to go and weave something in there in that gap just to give them a little more support. And some of these I may have to tie up because they're trying to flop forward. And that's not where the support is. So they do take a little bit of training. My poor eggplants, this is what happens when you rush hardening off your plants like I did. They get sun scald, and so these poor eggplants are going to be a little stunted, but now that I've got them in the ground, they seem to be perking up, so they should do all right. Again, I also rushed hardening off my jalapenos and peppers, so they're going to look really, really sad for a while. But I've got some jalapenos in, and these are the potatoes. Looking really, really super healthy. We're gonna have plenty of potatoes coming up there. There's the bed of holding, we're calling it right now. There's a ton of strawberries in there that I have to put in planters. See, I'll take you in really close and show you some of the worst of those eggplant. They were really healthy looking plants, and then they were not. Some of them have died completely, and some of them are valiantly trying to hang on and keep producing, and we'll see. There's all my flowers over there. Well, some of my flowers. I've really got to plant those sunflower seeds. I think that's going to have to wait until tomorrow, but I've got nasturtiums and all sorts of morning glories and marigolds and snap peas over there. The zinnias never came up, so I think I'm going to go and buy another pack of seeds, and I'll just direct sow. The flower border, not quite finished, I'm getting there. But here is the beginnings of my kitchen herb garden. Something has already gotten to the cilantro. No, sorry, that's not the cilantro. That is the cilantro. That is the curled parsley. The mint here is going to go into this pot because we all know what happens if you leave mint. Mint will just spread everywhere. Although, with all this scrub grass, I really wouldn't mind if it did. Yeah, so I've got my lavender. This is some of the lavender that I sprouted myself. I've got a whole bunch of it over here that I'm gonna have to gift or sell. But the lavender's coming up nicely. We've got all these herbs here. So there's plenty of all that. It's gonna make a really great kitchen garden. I may go looking for a couple other things. I have sage over here in the bed of holding. This will all get emptied out this weekend. Hopefully before then, but with rehearsals and softball games and nannying and all of that fun stuff and real estate, I will not get to that this week, I guarantee it. But there is a huge pile of soil over there, a whole bunch of compost that will fill in this bed, and then all these plants will go places. More examples of my terrible hardening off are these poor peppers. These don't look so bad. These peppers are doing all right. I gotta get those into the beds. These are some of my later planted peppers. Did something nibble my something nibbled my peppers. My purple beauties. No. Oh, well, that's terrible. Oh, those bunnies. I'm not happy. At least they seem to have left my other peppers alone, which it's the end of the day. I'm gonna pop those back out into the sun. There we go. These are the Alma paprika peppers, the Lutschauer peppers, chiltepins, probably a couple purple beauties in here. They're looking all right, and they will go out into the garden. Probably going to try to pop a few in here and there over the next few days. I had a bit of also a mishap with my tomatoes. I really started them too early. They did not fare well inside, and the transfer out didn't really go very well either with my trying to rush the hardening off. So I have some somewhat leggy seedlings that I've restarted. They're a little droopy right now because I just watered them. So they got a little knocked over, but they'll pop up in the next few minutes. But I have 18 kinds of tomatoes here. And I couldn't resist going out to the nurseries. And let's see, so we have a Juliet. It's like a grape tomato. It's like a paste tomato. Really good. You can blame that one on Serena over at You Can't Eat the Grass as well, because she says they are the best. So I got one. Actually, I have two. I'm going to give that one away. Let's see. This is a cherry bomb, which is a hybrid cherry tomato. Supposed to be super productive. Let's see the other tomatoes. Let's see, a Valencia, Gold Medal, and Cherokee Purple. Then what I have in here for the rest of the tomatoes is a Super Snow White, Rose, Pink Brandywine, Early Girl, Roma, Beefsteak, Great White Black Beauty San Marzano, Tess's Landrace Currant from M.I. Gardner, Mortgage Lifter, Blush, Jersey Devil, it's a paste tomato, kind of like a sausage tomato, Amish Paste, Yellow Pear, 42 Day, and these are actually ground cherries. And then I have, this was another thing of ground cherries and nothing germinated in that one. But then upstairs in the grow room, I still have a Super Sweet 100 and Dora Pink Dwarf Tomato that I got from the Garden State Gardener. And if you want to check out his channel, you should, because he does all sorts of great giveaways, and he's just an all-around nice guy and fun to watch. These are all cucumbers and melons. This one here is the Market More cucumber. I planted 8 seeds. I got 8 plants, so that's pretty great. I don't have room for all of them, but I'm going to probably plant 5 or 6. Yes, I really love cucumbers. These are also cucumbers. They're Space Master, which is a... they're really good as a slicer. They're a bush cucumber, so you can use them as a slicer, or if you harvest them early, they make really great pickling cucumbers. And then because my Boston pickling that I saved from last year did not germinate at all, I don't know what happened there, I got 2 Boston pickling cucumbers from Home Depot. These are the Kajari melons. I got 3 Kajari melons. I'm pretty excited about that. Let's see. This is a Sugar Baby watermelon. I haven't had any more germinate there, but there's plenty of time for those. I'm just happy getting 1. Let's see if we get a melon this year. I've got 3, maybe 4 of the Hearts of Gold cantaloupe, but honestly 3 is plenty. And I got 1 of the Inspire hybrid. And I'm actually just glad that I got even 1, because those were old seed. They were a couple years old, so I'm just happy that even 1 germinated. So that's pretty great. And these are my squashes. We've got spaghetti squash here and here. So I've got 4 of those. Oh, 5. I don't think I need all of these, honestly, so I will probably give some away. I've got the angel hair squash, which is a spaghetti squash. It's a sort of small personal size spaghetti squash, so it's a nice hybrid. This is honey nut that my dad saved seed from, and it's actually a hybrid, so who knows what that is going to produce. We'll see. I'm going to grow it anyway. My zucchini and summer squash seeds were also a few years old, so I'm just happy that I got 1 zucchini from those. The rest of the summer squash and zucchini have not germinated, so Maybe I'm not getting any from those and I will have to go and purchase some, but you know what? That's not the worst thing in the world. I've definitely had decent germination rates with some of my other things. These tomatoes, I've got 2 to 3 of most kinds, and I'm only planting 1 of each, so I'm going to be giving away a lot of tomato plants to locals as well. But these 3 Kajari melons are all mine. The blueberries seem to be faring well. Got a lot of the blossoms, the petals are starting to fall, and you can see the little baby blueberries in there. So I'm excited. I can't wait for those. The chandler is drooping just a bit, but I watered it and it perked right up. What I really need to do is mulch them, but I can't really do that until I get the rest of this bed planted out, or at least all the way to the corner. Guys, I need some suggestions on a pretty flowering bush or something to put over in this corner, because it needs a pop of color, and I'm not really familiar with flowering plants, so I need some pretty perennial to go right over there. And before I forget, all of our cattle panel trellises are up. It's looking great. I can't wait to see them filled in. All right, guys, that's it for the Wicked Awesome Gardener from the Wicked Awesome Garden today, and I will see you in our next video. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please click here for more content. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really excited to go through this journey with you while we grow something wicked awesome from yard to table.